Well folks, how are we all doing? My name is Zeppelin and welcome back to the channel. What you are about to watch today is a series of reactions that are covering The Warning's second album, Queen of the Murder Scene. All of these reactions are of the live versions of the song and are taken from live streams that I have done on my Twitch. The Twitch live streams have been going amazingly up until this point due to the support of you guys, and this YouTube channel has also been doing fantastic. Hopefully by the time these videos are going out, we are about to hit partner if we have not hit it already. While a lot of what we have done on this channel has been primarily focused on The Warning over the last month or so, there is going to be more diverse content coming to this channel over the coming months. So I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel and turning the notifications on, as once we are done with this Queen of the Murder Scene album, we are going to be expanding onto different bands, different types of reactions, and then of course the Queen of the Murder Scene album review will be coming out after all these videos, and I think you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. So I hope you enjoyed this series, or have been enjoying it already if we're a couple of videos in, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, enjoy, peace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are here listening to Ugh by The Warning live at lunario CDMX. This is part of a live stream. I'm sure if you've been watching my channel long enough by now, you know the story, and I've already introed it. We're doing a big live stream where we react to all the songs live. No point in getting too into what's going on, because you've probably watched the previous videos, and if you haven't, I recommend that you do, because we're reacting to the songs in a row. Now, we've reacted to Dust in this session, but I haven't put it up because we listened to Dust a while ago and put it up on the YouTube channel. But from Crimson Queen onwards, we're doing it in order, so I recommend you watch these in order for the more full experience. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. Ugh by The Warning. The drumming's really snappy on this tune. What's her length? Okay. Hey, the man's guitar. What? I do like that riff in the guitar. The bass is doing some good stuff there. It's kind of hard to pick out what the bass is doing sometimes, but from what I'm hearing, it's doing some pretty good stuff. Alright, good place to pause. Again, we're only doing one pause in these videos because these girls are very, very nice. I say them, it's not their choice really, but you know, the companies that own the music are very nice for their earlier stuff in terms of releasing the copyright strikes. So yeah, I think I did say this before when we reacted to the song once before, but for the sake of YouTube, I'll reiterate it. I think a song falls more along the lines of filler in terms of album, but is still very good by that standard. You know, again, if this was the level of your fillers on most albums, you're in for a hell of an album, because it's a damn good song. They did a good job bringing the bass up higher in the mix when they perform live. They really do. The bass, for me, for the most part, even on the Mayday EP, sounds incredibly washed. Like, really in the background. But I'm more of a fan of a heavier, distorted bass, so it's more of a personal thing. Some people like the classic stylistic choice of a bass being in the background. But I think as well, look, especially if you're adamant, or say at least that one of your influences is Muse, and you're doing kind of really interesting, very cool bass stuff And arguably the bassist is one of the most impressive members of the band in terms of what she can do. As I said, playing that Hysteria riff at age like 9 or 10, you're clearly incredibly naturally gifted at an instrument if you can do it at that age. So it would make sense if she was more prominent in a mix from time to time. And most part in a live setting, the bass is more prominent in the mix, and it is way more interesting. It sounds way better in my opinion, which is why I'm always so curious as to why, for studio at least for the most part, it sounds washed out. It's again, maybe it's a production choice, but for me, I don't like that production choice. I think the bass should be more forefront, because the bass, for the most part, does more interesting things than the guitarist does, and that's not taking anything away from the guitarist. The guitarist is doing great things, exactly what she's meant to be doing, playing it well, but the bass is doing more movement a lot of the time, or more complex movement at least. I like Danny's pick off those strings with such precision when she sings. Yeah, it's very hard to play and sing, and she does it very well. She does do it very well. But anyway, let's keep going until the end of the song, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. The drummer's so in the pocket, I love it. One thing I will say about the song, it does have a great groove to it, and like when you're in the pocket in a song like this, which they are in this, it really adds to it. All righty-dighty. Another thing that makes it sound so good is the visuals in the background. Yeah, the visuals are interesting. They're nothing special, but they're good. They're good, you know. Like they're worth having. They're worth having, like, of course. But anyway, that was Ugh by The Warning live at Lunario CDMX. Very good performance. I mean, if we're to judge purely from a performance aspect, I think it is very good. I think the bass is done well. Again, maybe we'll like the bass to be slightly more prominent, but I know that's more of a personal thing than anything. Was sang very well, added a lot of grit in her voice at certain points, which I found very, very cool. The drummer was very, very in the pocket and played the song very, very well. Probably not the most complicated song to play, not the hardest by any means, but they definitely played it well. I think, like, I can definitely see this being, you know, one of their best renditions of the song because it's just so tight, it's so well done. If I was to give, though, the song out of 8, I'd maybe give it an 8.2 or an 8.3 because, look, I do think it's good. I do enjoy it. I'd absolutely enjoy it as having it on as a bop, but it wouldn't be one that, you know, blows me away as the best from them. But it would definitely rank within the middle in terms of maybe the Mayday EP if we're again to judge off that, because I done my Mayday EP review on this YouTube channel, if you're watching it on YouTube, and I did rank all the songs, and it definitely isn't sitting at the bottom, but it isn't. I don't think it makes top 3. I think it sits somewhere firmly in the middle. Like it's a good tune. It's a good tune. I enjoyed it. And also, if that comparison seems a bit weird, know that as I've said about a lot of the Warning songs, is that they music tends to grow on me over time. A lot of the especially the top 3 within that Mayday EP have gone up in ranking in my head since I ranked them out of 10. So just keep that in mind in case you're thinking I'm saying, oh, why am I saying a filler song is in the middle of an EP where I loved every song? It's like, it's changed. It's changed my head over time. You want that bass more prominent. That's the Mayday EP. It's still not prominent enough in the Mayday EP for my liking. I think the live editions of the Mayday EP, like the live sessions they done, it's quite prominent there. But in terms of the studio tracks, no, I don't think it's prominent enough. I think like the Queen of the Murder Scene album has a problem of sounding very washed out. But the Mayday EP just has it where it's like, I just want a little more. It's not where I like it. Just a bit more. Just a bit more. But again, I think that's, you up the production quality over time, and I think that's what's happening, with them. But anyway, for those of you on YouTube, that is where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Have a good one. I hope to see you back for the next one. Peace.